Welcome to Mommy Sea Star, where we contemplate beauty, truth, and goodness. We're going to have a fun time today because this is a historical video and also an art video. And we're going to go inside some historical buildings in Sierra Madre, California. Please like and subscribe if you do enjoy this video, and you're welcome to visit my Etsy shop where you can purchase my original artworks. It's Danielle Rosaria. So let's go. Welcome, it's History Day on Mommy Sea Star. We're going to go inside the Richardson House. My daughter and I have been coming to the Richardson House on a regular basis for a while. We love to come here because we can learn about history in our own way, exploring these buildings and learning about the people who worked here and the people who came here. The Richardson House sits at the base of the Mount Wilson Trail in the beautiful foothills of Sierra Madre, California. The Richardson House was part of a ranch development belonging to John Richardson, who came to Sierra Madre in the 1860s. For a bit of historical context, the American Civil War was going on between 1861 and 1865. It doesn't seem to be very clear exactly when the house was built, but it was somewhere around 1890. That's when a lunch stand was set up at the base of Mount Wilson Trail, and hikers were served food as they returned home from their hikes. Lizzie's Trail Inn, that sits just north of the house, was built in 1913 and evolved into Lizzie's Trail Inn. That was operated from 1925 to 1935, and she only served two things: chicken and ravioli. Well, three things, because in this house, the Richardson House, where Lizzie lived, she had a hidden distillery so she could make some spirits for her guests during Prohibition. John Richardson built his small house completely by hand. No power tools back then. It's a lovely little house, and originally it only had 2 rooms. Lizzie herself was an immigrant from the Ukraine. She did most of her living up at the inn and used the Richardson House to hide her still. You could still see the trap door, so she could hide it in case the authorities came by. Lizzie led a very colorful life and was fluent in 9 languages. She worked as an interpreter at a hospital. She continued paying bills and taxes for the inn all the way through December of 1938. But then she passed away January 3rd, 1939, at the age of only 50 years old. This is a high-speed tour. Hi. Hi. What's that sound? Barn. Yep, in the barn. Now I have a fun little story to tell you. I was sitting on the porch of the Richardson house one day, and I was singing some old African American spirituals and rocking in the rocking chair. And the one I was singing was, "I cannot stay behind. I can't stay behind, my Lord. I can't stay behind." And I smelled a bit of perfume walk by. It's a very nice smelling perfume. And you know the story goes that sometimes spirits leave a smell, and I smelled the perfume. And then I kept singing, "There's room enough, there's room enough, there's room enough in heaven, my Lord, and I can't stay behind." I smelled the perfume again. Continued to rock and sing. And then it went away. There was nobody around. It was just me and my daughter. I don't wear any perfume. And so I said a prayer just in case the soul of Lizzie was there still at the Richardson house, and prayed that her soul may have mercy from the Lord and may go to heaven. So was that her spirit? I don't know. Caused me to pray for her. And that's my little story from the Richardson House. This is a painting called Somewhere in Time. It's acrylic on canvas, 12 by 17 inches. It's a picture of my daughter as she explores one of her favorite places in mine, the Richardson House in Sierra Madre, California.